update video on the Superbus. A couple of people have been asking me what's going on, where are the videos and that sort of thing, so I thought I'd just update everyone. We've had a bit of a problem with the Superbus. Don't worry, we're not getting rid of it, nothing like that. We're still ploughing on, but they are quite serious issues. The battery, we pulled it out onto the road a few weeks ago, and since then the battery's gone flat, which has knocked the immobilizer and the key out of sync. Like, the key and the immobilizer no longer recognise each other, and I'll show you in a minute what that means. So yeah, unfortunately we can't start the van anymore. The key's not working. We've had an auto tech. We had to, because we haven't got any door keys, we had to get the AA to come out and break into the bus for us, basically. And he did it without breaking any windows or anything like that. It was quite cool. But yeah, he got in. We couldn't open the door on the dibber because obviously the battery was dead. And because now the battery's dead, the immobilizer and the key don't recognise each other. So whenever you turn the key and press the ignition button, the van doesn't start, unfortunately. So that's one big problem. The reason we wanted to get it to start was so that we could take it round to the garage and have a new gearbox put in it. We found one on the internet, or at least we had found one to put in until this business started, and now I don't think it's available anymore. But we are still looking for a gearbox and that. But now the priority has shifted back onto fixing the immobilizer and things like that. I looked into things like immobilizer bypasses and things like that, and all this and that. I've spoken to the previous owner, I've spoken to a few of other friends and things like that. But all the suggestions that we've been given are something that I'm going to try, definitely, but I don't know. I think I'm skirting around the fact that I think I'm just going to have to get Renault to come and reprogram the ECU, and bring a spare set of keys. The auto technician changed everything. Like, he put a new battery in the key, he changed the thing in the key and matched it up with the one around the transponder in the key and the one around the ignition coil. That is like I can't remember the name, but it's also a coil, and it recognises the key and tells the van when to start. So yeah, there's not really been a whole lot going on with the bus because we haven't really been out here. I kind of wanted to send it around to the mechanic and get the gearbox put in it before adding anything else to it, because I don't need a group of mechanics wandering around here going, oh, look at this, look at all this. It's good for me and Fred, like, this stuff's fine for me and Fred, but I imagine if you've got a bunch of professionals to look at it, they'd probably have a good old laugh with it. So yeah, my thinking was, if we don't build any more of the back out and things like that, and just get the mechanics done to begin with, like get the gearbox swapped out and what have you, and make sure it's all running sweet and everything, then after that's done, we can stick all the stuff in it properly. And it kind of, at the moment, I really wanted it to go to Quakeathon 2015 with, and you can check details out on chaosnova.co.uk. And I think, yeah, there's a couple of videos on the channel as well, just search for Quakeathon 2015. But I kind of wanted the Superbus ready for Quakeathon because we can use it as a bed, and if we really have to, we can use it as a kitchen, using the shower head as for the sink, and we've got a couple of gas bottles I'm sure we can jerry-rig into the cooker and the oven. So it would have just been nice to have an extra sort of place to crash, because we're not doing Quakeathon at my house this year, we're doing it elsewhere, and there's going to be a lot of us crammed into one room. So I was kind of hoping that with the Superbus we'd be able to, you know, sleep a few people in here as well. And obviously it would help take the desks and stuff that we need for Quakeathon up there as well, but unfortunately it doesn't look like that's going to happen. And I kind of want it to be after Quakeathon this year. It's my last sort of big commitment that's keeping me in the country. Obviously I write books and other things for a living, like YouTube and what have you. So it's kind of easy for me to stay on top of work, but Quakeathon's the last thing keeping me here, so after that's done, I can get this thing and just go off, hopefully to Europe, and go exploring around there. But with the immobilizer being the way it is, unfortunately that doesn't look like it's going to happen now. But we're still with the Superbus. Don't worry. We haven't given up on it or anything like that. Or we're not. We're keeping this one. God damn it, we're keeping this one, and we're going to make sure it runs, and we're going to get it working. But yeah, I'll bring you over to the driver's seat quickly, and so you can see what I talk about when I mean the Immobilizer. And yeah. Also, I've been sort of wondering if you guys have got any questions or suggestions or anything like that. I'm going to sort of do a Superbus Q&A video. I don't know how this is going to play out, but if you've got any questions for the Superbus, well, not the Superbus, but for me and Fred putting the Superbus together, write them in the comments below, and me and Fred will go through them and we'll answer as many as we can. Because a few people have got questions about this that sort of turn up in my YouTube email accounts, and I don't, or YouTube messaging box, and I don't always catch it. So yeah, if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below, and we'll do our best to answer them. Right, to the cockpit. Now I don't know how well I'm going to be able to show this, but you see that flashing red light there at the top of the dashboard, or the cluster. That is pretty much the Immobilizer indicator as far as I can tell. So you'll see at the moment it's flashing slowly, and that means pretty much everything is cushy, everything's sweet. Now if you take the key, and if you introduce the key to this whole scenario, you notice the light's flashing quite slowly at the moment. And if you turn the key, the dashboard will light up and that light starts flashing a bit quicker. Now that means that the Immobilizer is engaged, and unfortunately it also means that I can't start my vehicle. I've got literally no idea how to fix this. Like I said, I've been given lots of suggestions and things like that, but I think I'm just skirting the fact that I'm going to have to ring Renault up and get them out here to repair it, and I really don't want to have to do that. So before we do that, we're going to take a couple of other suggestions, like check out all the glow plugs and things like that, and just see if there's anything that was done prior to this that would affect the Immobilizer and things like that. But a couple of people have pointed out that it's a good thing that it's happened now while it's on like my driveway or just outside my house, as opposed to when we're driving around Europe, you know, like having to sort it out on the side of the road out there. Like if the battery had ever gone dead out there, then I think I'd have been screwed. But yeah, so if anyone's got any suggestions, or if anyone out there is an actual Renault engineer who knows what this problem is or can help us with this problem, I would really appreciate your help so much. I couldn't thank you enough. So if you can help us with the Immobilizer problem, please do. Please. But apart from that, I don't really have a whole lot to update you guys on. As soon as we've got this fixed, it's going to be going round to the mechanics for at least a couple of days, or at most a couple of weeks, to have the gearbox fitted and everything sort of just tidied up. But yeah, it's and for those of you wondering why I'm not doing the gearbox swap myself this time with Fred's help, like we did the engine swap on the last one. The last one was good fun, don't get me wrong, but at the same time we were a bit out of our depth, and even though we managed to swap the bulk of it over, like get the old engine out and get the new one in, the technicalities kind of eluded us a little bit, and we needed to bring in outside help, and it was cool to have that outside help, but again, I think if we send this round to the garage and just get them to do it all and then bring it back to us all in one piece, I think the work will be guaranteed and things like that. So if anything goes wrong with it, it will be sweet. We can get them to sort it out. And just general things like that. Like we haven't really got the space either to be pulling gearboxes out and replacing them and putting them back on. So yeah. Well, that's sadly all I've got to tell you guys. I will try starting the van now that the key's in there. And I was kind of hoping, through the mysteries of recording, that if I left it in there long enough, it would start to recognise it again, but unfortunately it hasn't. So I will show you what the van sounds like as I try to start it, and hopefully that will give you a better idea as well of what's going on. So I've got to put my foot down on the clutch because the gearbox is so far we don't know what's going on gear-wise. And if I lean out of the way and press the start button, that's pretty much all it does. It just refuses to start. So yeah, if anyone's got any suggestions, I'd be happy to hear them. I would be happy to implement them. I am now going to go around and do some of the things that have been suggested to me, and then if that doesn't work, then who knows? Hopefully I'll get some messages back on this vid. Alright then guys, take it easy. I hope you have a better day than I am, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next episode of the Superbus video. And remember, Quakeathon 2015, 20th of April this year, it will be live on Twitch, and we'll have there'll be a four page up with like all the multi-streams and everything, so you'll have like the game cam, room cam, live chat and things like that, and it's all for a good cause. We're all doing it for Child's Play charity, getting books, games and toys for kids in hospitals. So yeah, definitely check that out and join us if you can, and we'll catch you there. Take it easy guys, all the best. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye bye.